What is going on, everybody? Tech enthusiast here, and this is a speed test comparison between the OPPO Find X2 Pro against the OnePlus 7T. So we have the Snapdragon 865 CPU versus the Snapdragon 855 Plus, 12 GB of RAM versus 8, a heavily skinned version of Android versus a clean version of Android. Can the OnePlus 7T keep up? Let's find out in this video. Up first is the OPPO Find X2 Pro. It has a Quad HD AMOLED display, it's on Android 10, it has the new Snapdragon 865 CPU and the Adreno 650 GPU and 12 GB of RAM. Then we have the OnePlus 7T. It has a 1080p AMOLED display, it's on Android 10, it has the Snapdragon 855 Plus CPU and the Adreno 640 GPU and 8 GB of RAM. Just before running the test, you can see there are no apps and games running in the background. In round 1, the OPPO Find X2 Pro wins by 7 points. Moving on to round 2, the RAM management. Here you can see all of the apps and games are running in the background. the end of round 2, the OPPO Find X2 Pro wins by 1 point. So that is the end of this speed test comparison, and here is a recap of the scores. In round 1, the OPPO Find X2 Pro won by a massive 7 points, however the difference was very minimal. In round 2, the Find X2 Pro won again by 1 point. As for the price difference, this is the imported model of the OnePlus7T with 256GB of storage, and the OPPO Find X2 Pro costs more than twice the price. And for that price you're getting the new Snapdragon 865 CPU, a massive 512GB of internal storage with a whopping 12GB of RAM, a QHD AMOLED display with 120Hz refresh rate, a bigger 4260 mAh battery, and more than twice the speed when it comes to charging. Saying that, the OnePlus7T is still a very solid phone. It has the Snapdragon 855 Plus CPU, a 1080p AMOLED display with 90Hz refresh rate, 30W charging, which is very respectable, and Oxygen OS, which is the best implementation of Android. As for which phone to buy, well, if money is not a matter, then the OPPO Find X2 Pro is the better phone overall. It is better than the OnePlus7T in pretty much every category, including the camera. However, the software experience will be debatable here. If you're thinking of buying a new phone, you may want to wait until next week, as we will have the launch details of the OnePlus 8 series, including the pricing. So what did you think of this speed test comparison? Do you own or plan to buy either of these phones? Do let me know in the comment section. Now if you have enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If it is your first time here, then please do consider subscribing, as I have more videos coming up. There will be camera comparisons and benchmarks, so make sure you hit that bell icon so you get notified as soon as I release my videos. Please do follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and like always, thanks for watching, and I will catch up with you in the next video.